Only sunlight poured through the stained glass windows of the church. And as I walked in, I heard, "Don't be afraid, come closer." Jesus wants to have a deep relationship with each of us. In this week's gospel, we see how Jesus rises from the dead and reaches out to his disciples and says, "Peace be with you. As the Father has sent me, so I send you." And then again comes back to Thomas, who needed to see Jesus with his own eyes to believe that he had truly been raised from the dead. Jesus desires our hearts to continue the works for his Father and for the building of his kingdom. He wants to restore the world. He wants to heal souls. And yes, he wants our help in that. It's true for you and for me. I remember when I was first curious about the Catholic faith. I used to make appointments with the priest and spend hours talking with him and asking questions. One day I stopped by the office and he wasn't at the church. And the secretary asked if I'd like to go into the church and talk to God. I thought, wow, they would open the church for me? I thought that the church only opened on Sundays. I was so honored that Jesus would want to spend time with me. And side note, I was deathly afraid of the dark. As the heavy wooden doors opened, I noticed the church was dark and I was afraid of being alone. Only the sunlight poured through the stained glass windows of the church. And as I walked in, I heard, "Don't be afraid, come closer." I thought I would just sit on the last pew, but I kept hearing, "Come closer." And as I made my way toward the altar, I felt Jesus inviting me to sit right beneath the altar. And I was surrounded by the only light in the church. And for the first time in my life, I felt immense peace. That was the beginning of my relationship with Jesus, and he wants the same with everyone. Brothers and sisters, we are called to be true disciples of God, to love others and help guide others to the heart of Jesus. And it is through Jesus that we receive peace, love, and guidance to share. Because without him, we would be working on our own accord, allowing things of this world to distract us from our true purpose. It's important to always seek more from God, asking him to provide answers to the questions on our hearts as we desire more of him in our lives. And when we open our hearts to listen to his voice, he then will mold and guide us in confidence and boldness to be witnesses for others to do the same. And through the power of the Holy Spirit, we will set fire to hearts for our Father with our families, our communities, and within our parishes.